Ooh, yeah. This is Angelo, so I'll be bringing you a 3v3 online commentary battle for Empire Total War. Okay, in this battle I'm allied with Aleron and Raldson. Aleron's playing as France, Raldson is playing as Russia. I didn't actually want to upload this battle because it was far too similar to me personally. For my other battle I've uploaded same map and I'm on the same position against a British player. But I have a distinct lack of replays to show you all. And I wanted to try my hand at live vids, but unfortunately it turned into a noob fest disaster zone. Probably should have seen the warning signs. I tried some 1v1s which failed horribly, and then I tried some 2v2s with Synoptic, and yeah, they all failed horribly as well. So I probably wasted a few hours of our lives trying to do that. Okay, so in this battle I play as Prussian, like I mentioned. Okay, my build is 4 Prussian Jaegers who are spread out, 2 on either flank. 2 are holding, 2 are flanking, if that makes sense. I've got my centre 2 holding and my flanking 2 are flanking around the stake line. I also have 2 superior line on either flank of my 4 line in the middle. That's to ensure cav assaults don't do too much damage, as superior line are basically like guards. Then my cav force is 2 light dragoons who I'm going to be using as a harassing skirmisher force. 1 second hussar for disruption, and my general who is in a garde du corps. Okay, so I don't have much cav, and my plan here relies heavily on my use of my dragoons and my Jaegers. In this battle, it's a very long skirmisher battle actually. Doesn't sound too interesting, but trust me, it is. Okay, so what I like doing here is I harass his skirmisher line like this, get a volley off, kill about 10 men, and then I pull my dragoons back. So I keep pushing his greenies back and forth and keeping his line disrupted without actually engaging them. So I'm just shooting them, and he's pulling back out of range and then coming back in. All the time my Jaegers are firing at them. So actually, even though there's 4 green jackets against my 2 Prussian Jaegers, I will actually win that skirmisher battle. It also helps with the fact my 2 Prussian Jaegers on the left flank are actually attacking his flank, and he's not really responding too quickly. Okay, so on the right, Raldson's doing his textbook Raldson tactic, which is just to charge headlong in like Suvorov, and it's quite applicable seeing as he's playing as Russia as well. Okay, so what he's done is he sent his Regiment Force in to disrupt the entire Swedish army. He mistimed it, in my opinion, because I was watching it, and his first Regiment Force crashed in, got killed, and his second Regiment Force crashed in, and his line was just coming up behind, but it didn't do enough damage. And Raldson now is going to be in a slogging match against Swedish line, who are actually slightly superior, and the fact they have superior line as well is not going to help him too much. Okay, so just going to quick snippet back to me where the skirmisher battle's still going on. Aleron's up against Ferguson, so he's put stakes down to try and protect his men, but it doesn't really work too well. Okay, so we're back to Raldson again. He sent a unit of grenadiers in to attack the superior line. This is where I thought the weakness was on oh, the MSN. Go away. Shut up. And yeah, that was where I thought the weakness was on his line. So I wouldn't have attacked the centre until I'd exploited the weakness on the right. So yeah, so on the right, which is where the weakness was, I would have probably poured all my efforts into attacking that, exploited the gap, and then got through and round and flanked like that. Instead of engaging him head on and engaging the weak spot all at once, means you lose the main fight, and then you win where his weakness was, but of course you've lost the main fight and all he does is wrap around you. Okay, you can see where I've been attacking this guy's flank, and you can see the number of green jacket corpses on the ground. You could also, here is where my dragoons have been harassing him as well. Okay, so Aleron's left flank starts to collapse as the Fergusons take their toll. Notice the distance between his skirmisher line and his line, and the same with me. We're keeping our skirmishers a long way in front of our line, so our line doesn't take unnecessary losses. That's the thing Raldson did not do, unfortunately. He had his skirmisher line too close to his line, and his line got blasted as well as his skirmishers. So that didn't do too much good for him. Okay, he's still battling away on the right side, but as he's losing in the centre, it's only a matter of time until the Swede wraps around his flank. But he does a good job of keeping his few remaining units intact until the end of the battle. He keeps, I think, one rifle unit left, 21 men, and that stays to the very end. Okay, so here Aleron has engaged the British heavy cav with Chevrolet Guerres. I conveniently ignored the best part. Actually, I didn't realise that was going to happen so quickly, because I actually wanted to focus on this part, because both parts happen at exactly the same time. What I do here is I send my dragoons for the valley. That forces his green jackets back, disrupts his line while my Prussian Jaegers keep firing. I also time this so they run in front of my Jaegers just after they've reloaded, same with the green jackets, so they don't get shot. And then I notice this Ferguson unit, which seems to have gone for a little wander, and I charge into it. Those stakes you can see are Aleron stakes, they're my allies' stakes. Those bits of wood, they must have brains, because they don't stab my cav as I pass through them. Yeah, so I think what had happened there is he'd clicked an attack order on the Torello unit, which had routed, and then forgotten to cancel the attack order, because he does something similar with his second Ferguson unit, which is a hell of a waste of his best units for him. Okay, so here, like I said, Aleron had attacked with his Chevrolet Guerre, and then he draws the British heavy cav into his stake line, which is a very good tactic, and completely destroys those 4 chevroned British heavy cav. Okay, so also his opponent has also spent a lot of money upgrading his men. I mean, I think his line had 5 upgrades, and his rifles had max 8 upgrades, so they're going to be extremely accurate, and probably won't miss, actually. Okay, but this is what's costing him, is his pointless waste of his skirmishers. I mean, he must have clicked an attack order on the Tirailleurs, but I mean, surely he would have noticed his men walking slowly, very slowly, towards the French line. No disrespect to the player, of course. Yeah, so he engages those French line in melee and doesn't even pull them out, and they stay locked on and get slaughtered in melee. Unfortunately, Aleron can't press his advantage because the Swede is going to start wrapping up on his right very soon, and so he's going to have to start folding back towards me. Okay, so here, where my 2 Jaegers were, now this is the damage my 2 Jaegers did. First you can see the losses, about 10, and then you see the kills. Now that, no kidding, is about 100 men my Jaegers have killed. You can see later on when they get their second experience chevron that they kill a hell of a lot. It's simply because of where I was attacking him at an angle. I was attacking him outside of the firing arc of the green jacket, so he wasn't actually hitting my men for a long period of time. Okay, so I start pressing on his left, but unfortunately the first part is over. It's going to end any time soon, just after Aleron starts to disrupt the British line. It's only a temporary thing, until he starts to pull back. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the first